So what do you think about the season so far this season?
I think it was a good season. There's a lot to take away from it, a lot to learn from it, and I think if we all kind of personally sit down and do our thinking on our personal part, and then like kind of look at what we have accomplished as a team, like we can take away and bring a lot of good things into the next season. So that's the way I see it.
Nikolai, great to see you, first of all.
Good to see you too. Yeah.
Bob described kind of your ordeal from your injury. Can you just kind of take us through it too? It just seemed like it was a very difficult year for you. Just a lot of starts and stops to your recovery.
Yeah, it definitely was a roller coaster. Like I didn't have like a set date where, they were gonna tell me you're gonna be good and you're gonna be able to play. He was just kind of going off like week by week, month by month. Like once I got the infection, and I don't know. Like I just kind of learned to live a day by day and just do my best what I can. Like if I was able to come here and watch the games, I did. If I was able to come here like and do some kind of workouts for upper body, I did that. If there were days where like I couldn't get off the couch, I just had to stay at home, and trying to get healthy, I did that too. So it was a roller coaster, like I said. Like it happens, and sometimes injuries don't go the way you want them to go, obviously. Like they give you a set date, and sometimes it doesn't happen and takes longer, and that's okay. I learned a lot of things this season, and I'm gonna implement it this summer. Like I think I have the most desire that I've never had before, like to come back and play and train. So it's going to be great for my off season this summer, and hopefully I'll be able to bring more to the table next season.
Are you able to fully train now? And are you back on the ice yet, or when will you be back on ice?
I'm definitely doing right now the most I have done all season. Like I'm probably at the best point right now after everything I've been through, but I'm still not 100%. We're still getting back into it. We're kind of in the middle of rehab right now. I think right now I can be a little more confident saying that I'm on the right track and that everything will be great, everything will be good, and by the summertime, hopefully I'm 100%, so I'm able to kind of get off to the races and get my body in shape and, start moving towards the next season.
What has to happen for you to get 100% and be ready for camp?
Just time. It's just gonna take some time, obviously. I had multiple surgeries, infection, and it's really just a time game. It's just waking up and seeing how I feel tomorrow, and if I feel like I can push more, I'll push more. There's time where I need to give it a couple of days off, like this week, and I feel great like doing that. So it needs recovery sometime, and yeah, just basically that, just time.
How frustrating? I mean, it was last year, at the end of last year, you were going to go to the World Championships, and then you had the sports hernia surgery. It's just been a whirlwind year. I mean, how do you feel? How do you kind of do you dwell on it? How do you feel?
I had good days and bad days, and I think at the end of the day, it all turns out for the best. And I try to take as many positive things as I can from it. It's also a good lesson for me. There was a lot of things to take away from from this whole season, and I also I liked and enjoyed, I think, watching the game from the other side, from the stands, and seeing what it actually looks like what because when you're in the game, when you're playing every day, like you're just focused, like you're so into it. When you're kind of like on the sidelines, like you see the game a little bit different, which was also a good thing for me. But yeah, just trying to take away the best from it and move on.
Can you say what your surgeries, what they were for, and when did you have them? You said multiple.
Yeah, so it was just groin injuries. I don't want to go like in detail too much into it, but it was pretty much just some groin injuries and infection. I think the infection was the main part. So everything is like, I feel good, I feel great. It's just the infection was the one that kind of knocked me down for a while, and that's, I think, where I felt the worst.
How
That was the worst point. That lasted for 12 weeks, so I was on like heavy antibiotics for 12 weeks. That was the worst part, I think. But you know, that kind of stuff, it's gone now. It's out of my body, so I'm happy about it, and just can't wait to get back to work.
When did that begin, the infection? Do you remember?
So it began end of October.
Okay.
That's when it started, like November 1st.
So, while you're sort of nursing through a lot of this and you're seeing 8, 9, 10 players that sometimes on the injured list, and how was that like, seeing so many injuries in a team?
Wait, could you repeat your question? Sorry.
There were at times, there were 7, 8, or 9
Yeah.
players on the injured list, and you're nursing injuries yourself, and how was that like, having so much of the team sort of dealing with
Yeah,
injuries?
great question. I was thinking about that too. That's what I was able to see, from the sidelines, kind of. It looks like we, when we had all of our guys, like all the main guys in the lineup, and, it takes time for team to kind of come together and start producing together, but then you have guys like in and out on a daily basis. It's tough. It's tough for the players. It's tough for the coaches. It's tough for like the whole organization, especially even for Barracuda. Like you can see it affects like the whole organization. But seeing guys work 100% and giving it their all, like even the guys that are playing and the guys that are in rehab, like you see Mario, like he has a surgery, he battled back, he still came back into the season, played, like it's amazing, and it shows that everybody is is here to compete and give their best. And yeah, like you said, it does affect the team result at the end of the day when you don't have a solid group that's playing together for a while, when you have guys like moving in and out like that at that kind of amount, like 6-7 guys on the injured list, that it's never good. It's never a good thing.
Based on how you're feeling and progressing, is the projection that you'll be ready for training camp?
Yeah, a projection is there, and they had that same projection in exactly a year ago in May, and there's just hope. It's there. I hope I'm ready at this point. I don't want to say that I will be, and I don't want to say that it will happen, but as of now, I feel like it will, and I feel great right now. So.
You talk about the takeaways from this year. What were a couple of the key, lessons, things you learned from this season for yourself?
I don't want to come to conclusions just yet, because I'm still processing, and I think I will keep processing these things for a while still. I kind of, I have some on my mind, and then every day there's something else that comes in. Like once I start to remember like what I went through, and there's still, the season just ended, so there's a lot to look at, and then put it on the shelves basically, and then kind of piece it all together, and then I will have a better answer going into next year, I'll say.
Ask you opening night when you're
Yeah.
back.
Definitely.
Do you head back to Scottsdale now for the most part, or?
I will head back to Scottsdale later in May, but for now, the way I see this is I gotta stay here and make sure I'm healthy and I'm 100% before I head back into training. So yeah, I'll probably be here till the end of May, and then we'll make a decision from there.
And you think July as far as getting back on the ice, or is there a specific time?
There's no specific time. It's just about of how I'm feeling, and I mean, I'd love to get on the ice today, but if I wake up tomorrow and I feel great and I feel like I'm ready to get on the ice and they clear me to do so, I will.